very big thank you. She's going to interpret. I'd like to say a very big thank you for everyone coming for this training today. This falls under our zero waste project that you all know that we are doing in this municipality. Zero waste management and the main reason why we are doing this particular training called the mushroom training is because we want to bring an alternative job to the jobs you already have. Again, you don't need one to feel training we all know mushrooms and we all know its benefits. So why don't we utilize it? But one main reason why we are doing it as part of the project is because it eliminates waste from our environment. Guys, how many of us really want to learn these mushrooms? Nobody forced you to be here. Can somebody tell me one important benefit of mushroom? Energy. It's
energy. Yes, it's carbohydrates. So it's
okay. Thank you very much. I would like to acknowledge the presence of some individuals in our midst. As you know, my name is Betty Osei-Bonsu, and I'm a project coordinator for Green Africa Organization.
There's too much.
Coordinator for Green Africa. And then beside me, I shall be able now, like the assistant project coordinator. I also want to acknowledge the presence of one of our project coordinators from the South District of Ghana, in the person of Mohammed Shaibu.
Rise.
Okay. I also need the opportunity to acknowledge all the other individuals from GAIO that are present here, especially the trainer for today, who will be taking us through the mushroom training. Apart from that, I would like to say a very big thank you to the ambassadors, Zero Waste ambassadors. Let me see your hands here. Zero Waste ambassadors then. But we know them, let's put our hands together for ourselves. And I also want to say a very big thank you to the waste speakers, the leaders, the organizers, for availing themselves and bringing people. Again, the waste speaker says she organizes. I'd like to say a very big thank you to LADMA, that are able to come for assembly, for hosting us as usual because you're in partnership for this project. When Francis comes, we do want to address you, the LADMA assembly. Well, and then she'll take us through. Today it's all practicals. When we're done, there's possibility we might move there for her to show you some other stuffs. So let's please do well, listen well, and we hope this can be replicated in your homes and even on the site at LADMA. Okay. When you actually multi brofu pound.
My name is Evelyn Akentuna Evelyn, and I'm Urban Garden Expert at GAIO. It's a pleasure to be here this morning to also take you through mushroom production.
veggie for urban production or yeah, veggie money here or here, need to more can be here. Green African Youth Organization, again, when now I can, when I can about train work in mushroom production. Who find it?
Yeah.
Who find it? Your question?
Your question from Anna.
Who find it?
The application. I don't know, at the weekend. Or solely, what can you do at the weekend?
You find it? Who find it? Who find it? Who find it? Who find it? Me no one was there. No. He said that we didn't pray, we didn't start and then we were just starting the
Yeah.
okay. The final has also there.
Okay, we are sorry for that.
Our Lord and Master Jesus, we thank you for this morning. We thank you for bringing us safely to this premises. Lord, we thank you for the life you've given us. We thank you for the life of each and every individual in this premises. Lord, we say we give you all the praise, we say we adore you. Lord, we commit this program into your hands, Lord Jesus. Let your will be done this day. Let everyone here learn something new before we leave this premises. And let your will be settled and done now. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. Amen.
Little time to go around.
So, before we start this program, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to Gaio and thank you for Mr. Betsy. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And also thank you everyone for your homes and making yourself available for this training, your and everything. God richly bless you all.
Let me back to say, one day that what fell was shank and what she was shank was out. What about in Nigeria for what has me echo or boss she had the opportunity I can each on one.
Okay, so to start with, we want to know the reason why we should even go into mushroom production at all. We have realized that there's a lot of waste in our community. We have been disposing a lot of waste that we can actually turn it into money.
First of all, you told me that mini war, meaning I can't show back the reason no community will move at all or charm let do more jacket a job, Muji, if you can in a job, you can job a good joy because coffee, Muji, Jack and your church. She the can't Muji can you know, why not one as you can let money.
So, first of all, we have the waste sawdust, which is in abundance, and the sawmill, they burn it, which they causes smokes into our environment.
You can do can do sawdust. Need carpenter for it can be I'm a chiller show, I'm a sham, care I'm a dinner, and I can't know why not can do.
We also have rice straw.
I care what straw name. For the God,
And we also have the cocoa hat. We also have the coconut shells. After eating the coconut, you realize that at the roadside or the street is packed there. Meanwhile, we can change all or transfer all this into money. Okay, so before we go into detail how we can turn all this waste into mushroom production by generating another sources of income, we have few questions that we would like you to answer. Please, have anyone taken part in the mushroom training like this before?
Again, no. Mushroom training like
no. Okay. Since you don't have the training, experience and expectation. So, what do you expect, or this training that you have organized? What is your expectation? What is the aim that you came with to this place to learn mushroom production? What do you expect so that we can try and meet your expectation?
But only a ton of the jacket, never training, I can never see. When you walk quite of an meeting expectation. What I can tell you, the catch exactly. Of I never will go. What I can say, your era, it will increase. Of I guess.
What's the expectation?
Expectation. Okay. One said that to eliminate field, the other one is to know, want to know the benefits it has in our body. The other lady also said like the compost representation is going to also serve as a fertilizer for their food. And also the other lady said that's for work.
So this moment we are going to go into the theory aspect of mushroom production.
Theory aspect of it, you have about it, then what your practical aspect. Okay.
So mushroom production is just converting waste to produce this mushroom. That is what this training is about. So when we talk of a mushroom, it's a fungi fruiting body, but this fungi is edible. And we have different type of mushroom there. But today our training will be based on oyster mushroom production.
Okay, no, it can't actually mushroom, it can't be mushroom, fungi.
They are not plants, they are not animals.
So they have their ecology, I mean, when they plants, yeah,
so they cannot survive on their own.
Exactly.
They cannot survive on their own, so they depend on dead organic matter.
No, I thought it was the mushroom, the DJ Kulu, the Mujay Konya, the way they cry, the date and year the machine, the date and year about the date and year, the year quick, the date, but rather it depends on dead organism. Yes. Yes.
So that is the reason why you formulate compost in order to grow our mushroom.
No, one day, guys, you will get your back or get your fertilizer, cafe, or blend.
Yeah. And so the benefits of cultivating mushroom, aside of the nutritional content of it, it serves as a job creation in our community.
One reason you will need one training here is several after mutual.
It also eliminates waste within our community. So now let's look at what mushroom actually does to our body as human beings. So they contain a chemical that says when you eat it, it prevents us from getting cancer.
It prevents our body from cancer. It jaws our body from getting cancer.
Yeah, it also helps with blood circulation. So if somebody is also having hypertension, it's very good for the person.
BP, diabetes, from there. Wow.
And if you are somebody who is fat, you want to reduce weight, mushroom doesn't contain any fat, so it helps you to control your weight too.
I don't feel obese. A mushroom, a while you reduce a fat because mushroom, all your belly.
It contains a lot of nutrients, vitamins, carbohydrates, all the same groups of nutrients, and it contains 90% water.
Wow. I can't actually nutrients and your pain, Milaya Fair, in here 90% hydrogen.
So we advise that as an individual, within a month at least, we should be able to consume 1 kg of mushroom.
Oh, fine, I can't question your advice. I can within a month. Sunny Bomo, I don't care more in a 1K or 1 kg of millet. Oh, fine, a little more. Right, I can give you the Vietnam market. No, they can do 1 kg. No, so I don't know the amount of millet in a month.
In the olden days, the people who were allowed to eat mushroom were royal families, the king. If you are not up to a standard of being a queen, a priest, you were not allowed to eat mushroom because it was believed that it's food of the gods.
I can't actually be good way. Many are be the manchamabi. I mean, I had your mushroom. No, I can't go day my people. I know my what you need.
So for this reason, we are now privileged to all enjoy mushrooms.
No, I can't take a more by when I can be no, I want to opportunity. I can when you're away.
So at first we realized that when we go to our various farms, when we are coming home, we can harvest mushroom and bring it to the house to enjoy.
I can't actually first square, not the old movie. Alone, mango choco, don't look at them, less someone. A call by you look at the old wine. She may never have.
But due to bad agricultural practices and then use of chemicals and insecticides, we can realize that now when we go to our farms, it's even very difficult to get mushrooms and snails and bring it home.
I can't actually because you know where on what what chemicals could be do on Libby one mushroom can walk to the first what we want and I can wine or they never or never no may bad agricultural practices. They will
so NOFA brought a way that we can present the mushroom from extension. So when we go to the bush and we don't get it, at least we can grow it in our various using waste.
Okay, the one I am many person one of cocoa, not time and mofa. Can they can't appear their back waste by it produce many millet. The world one and can never. I can one of waste it produce will get to one.
Okay, so right now we are going to zoom into reproducing our mushroom. What are the basic things that we will need?
Yeah, no, buy a straight mushroom production. Like, come over, no do mushroom, I don't know do lay. Mini no need, I can obani, obani. Oh, finally, I can effect my milk, one more. Then I can have a one, like I put up on. Like I put up on. Family, yeah, I don't want to share. Oh, fine. Oh, back with that, no, in a hour,
Aliens is here. They're here. We don't hear what they're saying.
So to start your mushroom cultivation, you don't need a big land.
I can't go back for oh, bled. Any of our chicken and come make a low, my low, that be helpful fuel.
So I can divide this room into 4 and just use one section as mine.
What choice? Cocklo, he gave me a cottage or bell, I got she. But no, okay, next year will be no feeling like mushroom production. I don't want to cook, I don't feel.
But if you want to go into it as a full-time business, then you may need a larger space.
Okay? No need your choice, well, I know, do a genuine potential. Okay, you she can't autonomo as a business. Autonomo no supply no more have me look at markets no more. Then you wanna have that, and you wanna have that few no cafe na kanji. She get with the enchantment no local buy and no local link if you got toy no or check what trends are no no I don't check.
So the first thing that you will need is your site. It should be a clean site from disinfectant or pollution area.
Okay, get over to like oh my blame. Sani efe hekoni check. Ekafe hekoni wala kenibi dabi. Ina sima chake woke na kenibi ne babi. No chomi yake esa anje mechio wonye Kenya wobi. No sani bibi no bafi ehani echi. No hali jame echi if you find.
Then the second thing is your incubation room.
Okay, incubation room. Hekoni ubani okay. Omle kame dabwe ubani okame u ni ame fitu ame fele.
And then you need a compost or your waste, sawdust, or any waste that you are going to use to produce your mushroom, a cemented floor.
Eko when say we go cement, nobody okay. O sawdust can be an issue because German okay. Obadi production.
And you also need a cropping house where the mushroom is ready, you will sprinkle water and it will start fruiting and you harvest.
Okay, Osano here, Ekoni, Ubano, okay, le issue. Okay, I'm a prefer.
So the difference between the incubation room and the cropping house. The cropping house can be any open. I can just go out there, put a mat and cover the place and use it as my cropping house. There is no restrictions.
Okay, I get difference. New York cropping house, incubation room, jacket, cropping house. No, banana heko open.
For the incubation room, it has to be an enclosed and dark room.
Incubation room is an close. Hello, lights bad.
But there should be a little air in it.
Call your fuel.
Yes, so that's the difference. And then
I can't copy in the house. Can you feel if I know use if I open?
So an example is like a single room.
A single room. Open.
A single room that nobody is sleeping there. Just
I know use. She enclosed a better room. Get single room I need to make it.
Or you can just use a black polythene and then construct a building. And then after getting your room, the next thing is your sterilization tank.
I can't call only be here first. I don't have sterilization tank.
Because the sterilization tank is used to sterilize your sawdust. Because you went to the outside to pick it, there are microorganisms, bacteria, and all those stuff. You have to eliminate everything so that when you put the fungi on it, it will take over the sawdust and give you the mushroom.
Okay. I can't sterilization tank can be shown. No need all over on the sterilization tank. A low tank no one okay face sterilization jacket. Oh, they are going. Oh, yeah, low sawdust. Allo no do about feel mushroom. Cold way can be any. No, Sunny when you open a careful Gina. When you are saying oh, many who can get infected. Because they know when you can be able. No, careful, or not make an sterilization tank. No, mean you about sterilize or sawdust and that means or buy your mushroom.
And then you need a shovel for the mixing.
No.
And then you have to get a source of water. So that is the fixed access to start mushroom as a business.
The one nipping in what we have no G, no Nissan, Banya, nipping net pet Ubania, Danny Ubania, the mushroom machine. Oh, find it. Ubania, it's a 10 watching at least one.
We have a sample here, so after that we go to the field, you see everything practical.
This one are just things you need.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. Running the sawdust.
Clothing house.
Sorry? Cropping house, exactly. Over here. Incubation goods. Over here, no weapon. Maybe a chef.
Okay, so we have your cemented floor for your formulation of compost. You have to get your incubation room. Then you have to also have access to your cropping house. You have to have shovels and then your water source closer to you. So those are your fixed access. So that one you can use it for the number of years that you want to cultivate.
Mushroom cultivation. And for that be 6 we are good to go. We beg problem anything.
Okay, so 7.
7 yes, it's our son. Financial no incubation room, cropping house, cement floor,
Sterilization plant.
Cropping house, sterilization tank, shovel, water.
So that's how your fixed access. So now we are going to a production access.
And what? Sugar what?
Shovel for mixing the compost. Because if you are doing 1 ton, it produces heat. You can't use your hands. So we are going to the production material to start mushroom production. What are the materials that you need? So the first of all is your waste. So your waste can be anything available to you. It should be kitchen waste, not anything plastic.
Oh, fine. No, I can't be an hour, but maybe in a no watch a first one. No tools. It's just like the tools we need. But this one are the materials for the formulation or the production of mushrooms. Okay, about the first time we check on tools. Tools element tool. Container tool. She can't care materials. No need your energy material. No need for produce or material. No, first thing we will need is your waste. Always say, I can't look at a bottle, I know, rubber, no. It should be kitchen waste. No, no use your kitchen. That is your waste. You may, when you can pay the mushroom, if you have a shard, sawdust, no, but no use sawdust.
You have plantain leaves and banana peels.
Plantain leaves and banana peels. Okay, the plantain leaves say, Amanda. Okay, no, Amanda, if I no, why don't use?
So you can use each other separately or you can just mix it.
Why don't use them separately? I know back and return back.
So for example, if you want to cultivate domo.
Domo is the same as it looks like mushroom, but it always comes from palm nut, abe. So that's
a mushroom that grows from So with that one, you just dig a hole. Wherever you do your waste, your plantain peels, your cassava peels, you just go and dump it there and cover it with plantain leaves. So when it starts raining, your mushroom automatically grows for you. Yeah.
I can't know the one age can also know to know it. Can over chap me okay always barrel
every kitchen, but not the meat and the plastic aspect.
No, any kitchen can cabbage, carrots. That she no need no only for can be again. She cabbage, carrots, cassava, any kitchen use. Why not yes. Okay, cassava leaves.
Plantain.
Plantain leaves.
So when you dig the hole, you place the plantain leaves before you start dumping, and when you cover it with the plantain leaves.
Finally, no call. You don't okay. Oh, represent. Always about okay. Plantain leaves about hash.
But this one is not as business continuous. If you want to do business, it's not an advisable method because it comes only in the rainy season. Yes.
Okay, no, I can't call the kind of money in home, naturally, call Toy. No, I can't do or okay, I'm a damn back as she then you always tell out. No, I can't always tell me a call. Come on. Better than any one day waste to the room. No, I can't always put your bohan, cock up about the cock with the bohan. No, I can't do more starts in the morning, shame you automatically. Oh, the more low, only like I relay, the baba. You know, when you're fed to business, count on your fair business. The money done or back than in a back anymore in the pay. No, I call total business. Than on them, they go to young one, I don't know where you watch on.
So you can't water it.
You can sprinkle water on it. But that's why I say it's the rainy season. So sometimes there's water already, so there's no need for.
No, you can't water it to come on except the rainy season.
Yes. If you water it, like when you water in the afternoon, the sun shines, it becomes hot. The mycelium cannot survive it. So for business aspect, that is where we go to the ways that are in abundance and available.
Like business, then you buy waste any abundance, sawdust, and what more.
So I would want to know, like, at your various locations, what is the abundance waste there, so that we can pick it from that.
Okay, your own location, and you know your mini journey, your JP, except rubbers, plastics. What J plastics say? J and low kitchen waste need or in abundance. Me, Ubane, more use antibiotics. Plantain leaves, flowers. If I know more, auntie, when I walk to a mini J or J, me and this food. Okay, hold on. If I get you.
You see this our neem trees.
Yes.
Is their leaves can
No.
no.
You have to experiment on it because neem is known for neem extract. You can even use it as weedicide. When you blend it, soak it, then the water, like when it's everything. So neem with its nutritional contents different, like it's for weed control and insects. So we don't. But we have other leaves that you can add to poultry manure and then you use it to do your mushroom. They are small like mango leaves, but neem, the bitterness, it will. Yes. Cabbage get to rotten. Yes, please.
When I saw that I mean,
If I get sawdust, I
Soft one.
When sawdust.
So the sawdust
sawdust.
also good.
then sawmill dust.
You know, we have different. We have wood shavings and sawdust.
Wood shaving is not just no this shawl.
The one that they put in the poultry house,
Yes,
that
yes.
is not it. That one will take a longer time to decompose, but you are in business. So the smooth one.
The smooth one, yes.
No, I'm not correct. When the good shape, the Sean or I can wear the good shape, the Sean builders. Some builders get saw that the same thing with the one way.
You are hungry. When she goes back,
So your banana leaves, your cassava leaves, your yam peel, everything, you just chop it, add it, and all that, and place your compost.
So when you have your sawdust ready or your basic material that is at your end, maybe the banana leaves, everything, aside the sawdust, any other material, you have to chop it into pieces. Yes.
Okay, no. Well, we talk about favorite since we're late, we don't need to put any
Other
okay, no, what stick to sawdust can plantain leaves exactly. No, can't we not sawdust what plantain leaves allow plantain pods and no core. No depends on no fake. Oh, so no flow maybe me okay to sawdust. Oh, find the one to shake. Let's go ahead.
cassava, everything, just chop it into pieces. Not the cassava.
Okay, how when I can't what can I find out if you even no try to ke amadai ke apadu banana apadu abakade le dora find the samanya
Yes, yes, that's the, not the hard one. The back one that they cut it off before they open for you to drink the water. But the coil. You know the coconut, we have the outer cover before you get to the hard shells and then you get to the one you will eat inside. So that's outer cover.
No need akoshiye follow.
Yes, you chop it. So that one you can just go to the great sellers.
The Samsung disposes on them.
So you just pick it. You remove the hard shell, so the remaining can be used.
Another thing they buy. Okay, or waste to do to their capacity. No, Didi Akoshi eto, ke apadu eto, ke oya apadu bag enche mo ba no ya. Ka amada eto, ka amada bag enche. Ke duaje
The one they use is the poultry.
no quick. Don't like a hand boy.
Or rice bran, yes. It serves as a nutrient for
So they mix it with
salt.
rice
okay,
Rice hacks.
or
when I get it on
Man or rice bran.
quick, I don't like a
you
hand
won't
boy.
get it, so I'll choose the rice.
But the calculation
Okay,
is
but after
different.
so that akaka lo sorry plantain lo cassava
So the next thing is your line for balancing the pH. Because when you mix it, it becomes very, very hot. And the level of this hotness can kill the mycelium, or there are some chemicals that will generate in it. Yes. Calcium carbonate, we sell it at the paid shops. I don't know, the Ashantis call it Kalo.
Lime.
Calcium carbonate or
What is that?
Kalo.
Do you have it here?
Whitewash. Yes, it's called whitewash, calo, lime, calcium
Calo.
carbonate. Yes.
They use it to paint, right?
It's the same thing. Yes.
Well, calo.
It's the paint shop that sells
It's
it.
the same as the Sterilization.
Yes.
It's for balancing the pH.
Cashew what?
Calcium carbonate.
Okay? Shoulder. Exactly. JNF. It's JNF. What kind of shoulder?
What is that?
Exactly. Well, how that shoulder leg? How on that weeks? Okay, weeks. Because on that that's all the I'm not dying to the beginning of time. No back follow me be or whatever. Because oh card like a lot. Going everywhere producing the market. When I become a painter, when I come paint, I become a painter. I come inside no better for my everything. If the whole bang is line, what's the name? Oh, the name. Good. Calcium carbonate.
Calo.
It's made from oyster shells. It's made from oyster shells. It's like cum. So if you don't want to use this, use cocoa shells. And then you bend it, you use the ashes. It's the same thing. So this one is oyster.
Cocoa shell,
Yes.
yes. We have plenty.
So if you don't want to use this one, you get the cocoa shells, you bend it into ashes, and then you use the ashes. So this one is oyster, it's a fish in the sea. So the shells at the back and they are bent to this. Yes.
We need cocoa husk,
chemical.
We have cocoa
For fish.
Cocoa husk, because we are having that before.
No. A shell.
Madam.
Oh, I know where you're getting. Hello.
Cocoa shell.
Harvested
Yeah,
cocoa
we use
shell.
that to compost.
The
And
fine
then,
and you turn
You use the ashes.
cool. We're not going to buy.
open the
Oyster shells.
oyster shell. Sorry.
Yes.
Exactly.
The same thing.
No. J chemical company. No, have any effect on whatever we are going to plant.
And it's for
It
balancing
does fine.
pH.
You know, okay, well, come makes everything pH about high. No, okay, no, we are balance on it. Come on, only parasite. I forgot to be more for parasite. Not to parasite, but so what I pay back to it. Okay, we do I know of the go and when I get back to totally. No, a balance of pH here, can anything neutral, but I'm not going to do or no bad. Oh, I never wish. Thank you.
Yeah, and this one you add only 1%. 1%. Like,
You get them out.
so let me do this way. If you're having this full of sawdust, you just need this. You are not taking it. So if you are doing in tons, maybe 1 ton, you just need 4 or 5 of this in the heel ton. So you are not using it much as you are using the wheat one.
Madam, question. The same thing.
The cocoa shell will bend.
Yes, it's the
The
same
same thing.
thing.
The same
It's
one.
just for balancing pH, so small, 1%. So you know the weight of your sawdust. You drive 1% out. So 1/100 times the weight of your sawdust will give you the quantity
You
of
can
this.
use a scale.
Yeah, I understand. So when you are using 100 kg of sawdust, that means you are using 10% of
Yes.
10% of.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Often, no, me chop ya keke oye, pan full one of whatever with sawdust, wheat, plantain, pot, and only just one hand. Because I will be like that is the 1% thing. Okay, I want to show this. But no, I can't any half you okay. But I need to 1/4 of your hand. Okay, will be the cake. It is exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, fine. No, you no, another man crying or join. No one told me I can do a bad rainy season. Nobody left conclude. Oh, she can't only back to go only by which way. No, you didn't need it's one. Okay, I'm a damn back. No, what than what they say. Yes, you know, it automatically ever. She ain't nature, no need by a strong and go away. No, I don't have a pocket, I don't feel it. I don't home. I don't open my supply.
So we have plenty to have it.
Answer the question. I don't know what to say.
We are threatening you.
And the next thing is mushroom seed. So this is how the mushroom seed is. It's made up of atoko. Millet. The one they use to make porridge.
No, keep sharing the back.
If you answer
You should have said that. I'm about 3 bags now.
they are the mushroom seeds.
Where do you get it?
We plant it. They produce it in the lounge.
And that is also another topic on it so that we can't cover today. And it's getting the mushroom, like I said, it's sorghum. If I break it right now, you see the sorghum. So it just uses the mushroom, millet, sorghum. You can even use rice, but not the one that you have removed the shell. So you can use that one. You get the mushroom sample, and then you take a tissue and place it in it. Because mushroom seeds, you can't see it, they are like spores. I think you were listening, the way they were asking me, where do we get the mushroom seeds from? So the
It's a
mushroom-
different stampede, right?
So the mushroom seed, like I said, it's a whole topic on its own that we have to cover another time. But for now, this is the mushroom seed that you will need to put on your store that after you have sterilized it.
Go find it. No, let me call the chum in there. Go find it. Yes, sure. Or no, or the very thing. Now, before the one day what chum behind it, then the one day what chum. Because scientists, maybe I'm happy and theatre, maybe exactly. No, not depend on Yaji. Not depend me Yaji. We have this.
Okay.
The Kewaka was sold as the top of the federal. No, do you know the Baha or mushroom? No, that's the only thing that we need.
Exactly.
And then, what find it or more, no, lay am a production. Let me. No, Nakafi, no Nakafi, J or Mocket, me or Baga, she like again, no, like a witch, they say. When you told it to Nakaleva, you so won't cafe. She won't get well paid. Well, in your child will be in the beer because in a beer laboratory.
And it's not anything chemical. You use the same mushroom with sorghum to do it.
They send that to Ghana.
Oh, when they come a chemical to baby. Change is natural. No, another time. Training here, they made a pair of fail. On fail, I think for 3 months. So yes, by the time we'll be done with the training here, we know how to get this and all that. Of an English. If I know now, I know about what you like, one day, before training, buying the
Exactly.
one day, okay, it's all me.
No, we don't understand that, you know.
First of all, about training. Then after we are done, I'm sure Obama
That should be after the 3 months. You get
no, JB and Obama in it. I will JB and Obama. See, after we are done with the training for the 3 months, then we give you this additional to whatever you learned. Even if we've already learned this, we would give you this. Exactly. She only he was asking that. Okay, so he was asking that after the plant and it's growing, when it's coming small, go another one. I told you that you are not yet selling. Get like and we go.
And this one is the machine part. This is what we use to grow for nursery.
Okay, and then I come after that, show some incubation.
So this is what we build. Yes, we call it machine part. Yes. So the sell it for 100 pieces.
And is it by
He said no. So at the moment we don't have anything to substitute for it. It's from the factory, and this is how they do it. Yes. And then we have the rubber band for it.
Okay, now my point is, and actually be in your capital. If I know manage and be in your this is called the mushroom bar and the round bar.
So that is our production materials.
No, and the HM production materials, everything. Oh, fine. Bring some good by the mention, I think 4 of them, mushroom materials. They products, hello,
So right now we are going to sing it too. Okay.
please, Mr. Mokom, make HM 4.
Listen, I really don't understand much. I don't know. At the end, maybe you just give me 10 minutes briefing. But with the when we just learn from you, we are going to start. When we just go home, we start it. Start to see how. But then since they are doing this, let me just ask you a question. So, rice sacks, smooth one.
Yes.
That they give to the pigs to eat.
Yes, the
And we
smooth
have
one.
the hard one.
You can have it. Yes.
So which one is sweeter? The sweet one.
Okay, open your HM. The check is all here.
Just get it up.
A check all that. A check mushroom bag for you. A check weight. A check rubber band. No, fine. No, I mentioned the shirt. I think it should.
No, we don't hear that question.
Are we not?
You just wait. She will come back.
We are back.
Just wait. When she come back, we will. So, maybe, how discriminating are you? Are we not bad? Let me hear
Okay, so I'm
question two.
saying that they mentioned 4 of the material. It's left with about 2 or 3. So
Material
for
for.
the mushroom production.
You see, we don't
Okay, so
know.
they mentioned sawdust, the waste, the rubber band, and
Sterilization tank.
Oh, that's not the.
Mushroom bags.
the mushroom bag.
Sawdust.
They are looking into the. I won't.
But I'm writing.
No, we are not looking at.
Fixed assets.
We are not
Sawdust.
looking at
Sawdust.
We are looking for the products.
Production assets.
Maybe sawdust.
Like something that when you are producing all the time.
Am I not the one who wrote it? Okay. So I'll keep listen to me.
Brand.
Brand.
Which brand? R-A-D-R-A-N.
No, listen to me. Sawdust, wheat brand, lime, or we call it cashew carbon. Yeah, that
Why
one.
is she happy? I don't understand.
So I give it back to somebody.
No, it was
Only right now
understand the language. We don't understand the language.
we don't want the
Okay,
back.
no, I won't give it to anyone, especially you. I
No,
won't give
it's
it to you.
not about the bag.
Why you guys are doing anything? Coup d'etat.
No,
Man.
so I think now what now say you want the nipa na kai bia nke bebo be wo wa kan nke na sa fra na wo say you wo ka
That's why. Please just go ahead.
Then we need another.
And some more. So at this point, we are going to production process. So our first stage is formulation of compost.
Go find a catch the one channel when you have been back in and no back in it. Actually, be a fair one here. Then they wash it about it. Open a fair for fair more if they go to buy it because steps said not about doing. Then I wash out in it.
Okay, so I mentioned some stuff because like the production materials that you need. So we are going to formulate compost. What do you think are the things that you need to formulate the compost?
Good. Go find the question and they be there. Or fair answer. She asked the question. It kept that name. What formulates compost? What fertilizer? What about or mushroom? Meaning maybe in one year, they feel like almost.
Raise your hand. Like one person at a time. Just raise your hands, we call you, and then you list it. If you can't run, I won't give it to you.
Find your batch of things.
Oh, there are 3, so I want you to give me the 3.
Yeah, we are
Please
from
raise
this
your
level.
hand. One person. Let one person answer. Okay, you are answering. Okay.
Cassava.
You are all one thing. You formulated the compost. You are here. Formation of compost.
We are almost there.
Formation of compost. When you are formulating, the rubber is not mixed with the sawdust. Okay. Okay, and then one last thing.
Okay, so she mentioned sawdust, the wheat bran, then the lime, that is the calorie, and the waste.
Listen, the thing is that if you are formulating compost, we have the basic materials. So when you mention the leaves, plantain leaves, sawdust, and what?
And wheat.
Okay, so the wheat and the sawdust, you got it, but the plantain leaves and sawdust are the basic material, so that one is one.
So
I'll ask another question. When you get that one,
we would ask another question. We would ask another question. We will ask another question. Don't worry.
so right now we are going to formulate our compost. We need sawdust.
Yes.
If you don't have the sawdust and you have your other waste, like the coconut pearls, you have your plantain leaves and cassava, then you'll be adding wheat bran and then also the lime to balance your pH.
So I can't get one formulate compost. When you simple.
So right now we're going to fetch our sawdust. That is our waste. So when you go to your house, you identify what waste is at your end. Then you replace it with the sawdust.
Well, if you defend what you waste, defend what you get with this. You know, I pack a mini waste. You're available. No bad or use for production. What plantain leaves, plantain pods, what banana leaves. Is what coconut, what cassava, cocoa. Exactly. Coconut husk. Or check like any be there. What can only your available no banner or use. Fine. No, we're not find no banner or use. They care about mix for not more than one name. Banner floor. They call okra mix. No, then the or sawdust second. Now, sawdust second. Find it.
So the formulation of compost, I want you to pay attention to something here. Please, can everybody sit from here? So with the formation of compost, first of all, you have to know the weight of your sawdust or the waste that you are using.
Yes, I know that weight. Me or use for compare. Also that's I know waste and no use for. I know that weight. No, I know cost. No, I know his scale. Okay, they no way.
So let's say our sawdust, the waste is 500 kg.
I can call like weight 500 kg kilogram,
Which is equivalent to, let's say, 10 a wheelbarrow. Yes.
I can get 500 kg and each one I can go barrel.
So you can easily get it. So this is the weight of your sawdust. You want to know the amount of wheat bran that you add. It's 6/100 times 500. 6%. So 6/100 times 500.
Yeah, that's right now. I think 100 times. Yeah, 6% of 500.
Yes.
Now, guys, if any amount of soda and bran, wheat, no tobacco, or soda, so I need 6% of 500. I know it's taking it to get.
So does anybody have calculator here? Let's calculate it out. And then we convert it into wheelbarrow so that you understand.
There's 6.
So 6 times 5.
30 by 5. So you are using 30 kilogram. That is 1 bag of wheat bran. One bag of wheat bran is what is the weight? So have you got
The
it?
6 is it assumption or?
It's not assumption, it's a formula.
Is it from?
So it's like any amount of weight that you are taking, the nutrient level should be 6%, and the wheat bran is serving as that nutrient level
So the 6 is constant.
constant.
I can't care, actually, okay, like a sawdust, Joe waste. Sawdust, Joe waste. Me obey 500 kilograms. Over multiplication.
So if you are
So I
using
get
one,
6% of where the number of weight. 6%.
It's very, very confusing. I'm feeling such a bad thing.
say what?
You went back.
No, but I want to get this barrel form for you. So with this one, there are 25 grey barrels will give you 1 ton. And then 1 ton, you use 2 bags of wheat bran. You get it? You use 2 bags of wheat bran. But here's the case, you are using half. So you get 1 bag of wheat bran. You now understand. So you can use your wheelbarrow to do the measurements. But maybe somebody like, if you go somewhere, the person wants to ask you, like for you to know, say you understand the thing, you know that when I take 1,000 kg of sawdust or 10 kg of sawdust, then 6% weight of the sawdust should be my wheat bran. Young policy, wafa, sawdust, head pan, wafa way head pan, wakata, what the sawdust not filling. And see, I was saying, a fan, it's a move 6, and you're with them.
No, fine. Crab on that, what feeling pine with sawdust. Sani onye open look about sawdust that way. Sani onye oja in them from 6. Okay, I don't no sawdust. Careful one there. Hotel wheat one, we say about it. This is big television where talk about here. Sani every sawdust there, what's that sawdust there? It means from 6 and no cheap. Sawdust there.
Let's put it this way. Over weighted, what's that sawdust 6? You want a wheat bran 1.
That's all.
That's it. Over weight 6. Over wheat bran 1. Now over line quarter. For 1 gross. Quarter. Like a cream. You can just use your hand. That one, it doesn't add anything, it's just for balancing pH. So it just adds more. It doesn't increase the yield or anything. It's the wheat bran, so the wheat add more, but if you add less, it will affect your yield. The wheat bran, they can add more.
So, for instance, we go to the storage. For any kuye. One day, the money is the money we want. Because the way
So when you get your sawdust, then you add your wheat bran. formation of compost.
In a work calculating. Oh, fine. Well, no need to
So our which one is there?
We can't see anything.
Solar. Okay. So our which one is solar? And then add our light, like I said. Just so with this, we just add it. So what we are doing here, when you are doing it in your house, you have that is what you do on the cemented floor. You get it. You mix it. That is where you also need a shovel. You can't. For this one, we are using
like a far down. No work on the day. She called it, but no cash cement. Get on Kotoku. Kotoku name. Half you use for sawdust. Uba use like Kotoku terracottas for wheat. If you all use only. Can mix it together. Yes, cement.
So after mixing, we are done from making our compost, but we have to add water. We have to add water. When you are mixing, you add water.
What formulation of compost center? What year plantain has plantain pots every year? You can show here one year follow like this is water only. Your pot be nice.
You can add poultry manure.
Man, okay, work for wash.
And then your kitchen waste that is not made up of oil and meaty substances. You can add everything when you're composting.
Kitchen waste, only why check your market your love for you that. That's what we are trying to say. Everything in your kitchen except oil, the one that has oil.
And meat, bones,
and meat.
those stuff. You have to
So maybe we have questions here.
Yes.
So this one there, we know we do a percentage, but the other ways that we added, do you need percentage?
In addition, it serves as nutrients. It doesn't have any harm in it, but it can just twist the color of your substrate.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
So you can add any amount that you want.
Yes,
it
but it
doesn't
shouldn't be more than the wheat bran. The wheat bran that you added, the measurement shouldn't be more than it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The kitchen waste that we are chopping and adding.
Yeah, it should be in a percentage like the line, or just a little above it.
Yes.
So what you're saying,
The other additives, you don't measure it. You add the quantity you have.
That's what I want to know.
Yes.
The food waste that you are
Yes.
adding to this one. You don't measure. You keep adding it.
Please, it shouldn't be more than the wheat bran or the lamb, because the lamb just
The lamb is
It can
just
be more
small.
than the line, but not more than
the wheat bran.
Then the small waste that we are going to add.
Yes, just it will twist the color, and the color will have effect on the mushroom that is fruit.
So just later.
Yes, if you add more poaching on it, it will be very dark.
No poultry manure. Something like kitchen waste that we used to do the.
Yes,
the
like
design.
your compost you brought. If you
Yeah.
add more, it will become dark. It will be black. It will
Okay.
just feel.
Small. Okay.
kitchen waste there,
So that means we're not in this. No, what's the compost no more massa. So we can add the compost straight away to the where you are mixing. That small amount.
So after formulating of compost, the next stage is canning.
No, okay, at the compost and I can offer from next or compost. No, need next one and G10 minutes of action.
So like after they are formulating the compost, they have to heat it and then cover it with a black polythene bag.
I can get a fair compost now. Okay, now. About one, when I can take a bit of what they show now. Because they share. Okay, you have a moment. Coffee, work a black polythene bag.
And then 4 days time, they will come for tanning. That time, the compost will be heat. If you put egg inside, it will cook. Wherever they are formulating it, but
the bash. Yeah, you know, 4 days time. You can have this thing.
so that they have to go while it's cause for the show.
Called gloves. Thank you.
Yes.
So
Our
we'll be
family.
doing 6
The
to
person that
7
loves small is Benita.
6 to 7 things on
We don't
different
propose
days.
to.
4 days we cover.
Why are you drawing laugh in front of me? Why you know that I told you that you are not lady, you are boy girl when you transform. That's your boyfriend. That girl you have been calling when you are in education.
So when you like
The one who stopped the screen, come and join you, you have been calling him. I told you, bless your girl boyfriend. You say, no, this is a science student, my friend.
That one is not my boyfriend.
How is he?
He's not my boyfriend.
So,
So who's your
the
boyfriend?
composting takes 1 month for the compost to be ready. So you do your 10
How do you
about 3
manage
weeks
to
to come.
convince him to become
And
your
then you leave
boyfriend?
it for 1 week, and then the next stage is bagging.
So are you telling me that he's the one coming? Not you. Yes, are you sure? Okay.
5 weeks.
We'll talk about it.
5 times, 4 times in every, about 10 days, every 4 days, for 5
How
times.
can I go in?
No, okay, feed 1 day. Feed 1 day, the last one. Go hard, don't, I did rabbi. When he say,
Yeah, they didn't have Wi-Fi.
They
have to. How about the whole assignment?
after 1 week,
You are not going to answer for their...
mushroom, rubber, or mushroom bag. They may work now mushroom bag.
So we are going to demonstrate the method of bagging. So with bagging, you mix, on that day that you are bagging, you mix a little water. And then to test for your moisture content, you have to fold it like this. And the water shouldn't pass through your fingers. So when you look at it, you can see that the water is too much. I see your water coming. It shouldn't be that one. On your day of bathing, when you hold it like this, you shouldn't see any water. But when you open your hand, the shape should be able to form.
Okay. No, after 1 weekend, what should you call your chummy? After 1 weekend, how should you must every day? 8 days. I know that they are bad. That bad, yes. I know okay, you.
But girls propose.
Okay, do a chummy.
Beautiful girls don't propose.
So I will meet.
Somehow you attend.
Compost takes 1 month. You remove the rubber for the heat to go for a period of 1 week, then you start bagging.
No, I can't get all bag. Come back, when you she compost, any call your engineer. That before you bag, you can feel bad. Okay, do a champagne, or mix it on the nature. It's any jobs. Which of them is
The Chinese thing like strong.
she got on me, I need no bad, no, if on to find it. Take care, oh, bad, no need for
So after everything there, next stage is bagging. So what I'm doing is bagging. So like I said, don't let your water be plenty because the fungi, they don't live in water. They live in dead organic matter. So when there is water, they come to humans.
Okay, the near the share, they cool, they plant. Okay, I mean, they don't live in water. I mean, sustain in water. Can be a near, I mean, only there.
So you have bite somebody before.
Or if they
You have bite somebody before. You have not bite it, I didn't bite you.
So when you are doing the garden, you have to sit down. That day you have to devote yourself and do the whole day work. You have to sit down, get waste to do it. So then waste to do. You use your mind. Right? So even after that, if there is too much water, you see it. Then you have to quickly add different sodas to it to mix everything so that the water will not be too much.
Dragon boat. Right, we are going to do this one photocopy and then.
Please, want to answer if you're doing the
So when you say
and the water is you need to add the raw sawdust or raw.
but that is a tedious way. This is the difficult part of the mushroom process. You have to take your time. Imagine doing this to get about 100 or 500 bags. So you have to really make up your mind that you want to do business and also get.
So this is your small boyfriend is called and say. So write that friend boyfriend. That's my boy, my boyfriend. Oh, she get
It should be
boyfriend.
compact.
So,
It should be very compact.
When
We are compacting because
Let me-
the mushroom seed, they develop like a thread.
mushroom and the seed,
this is not my name.
So when you place the seed on the top and then it's developing, when there is a hole here and a dead there, it stops. It has to take some time and you mean business, you have to. That is why you have to compact it, there is no space, there is no breaking. Because when they get to that break point, they stop and then that also delay your time that you have it. Or they might not even continue again because they know they are getting to their profit.
no, it's only a sheet of venue, specifically, get machine, and if they are to my home, that if I may be a better, a bad check, that if I don't want to buy a bad one, business, and lay a back so you don't have it. Was I don't make sure space kind.
Please, I'll need about 4 people to come and do what I just did.
That's me, number one. Me, the one.
Two
And say this.
You want somebody to help you? They have not gotten there. Let me finish and give somebody money.
If you remove it, it will go off. So I encourage you to learn about only 2 likes. So unless I shape this chair.
Please, you can look this direction too. You can put it on the floor. It's here that we are using the gloves, but in your house, when you are doing, use your hands. Like when you are bagging, use your hands. You sit on the floor, enjoy it whilst you are doing it. We wish we have projectors so that I'll show you a video of me bagging. Yeah, that is how I sit in the house when I'm doing it.
Do we have to cool it?
You have to.
Let it cool. Do we have to cool it?
Yes, you always have to make it for bag. After that, you compact it. So with the compaction, I can just use an empty bottle, fill it with sand, and then I'll use the cotton to cover the mouth, and I'll be using that to do the hammer with. You compact it very well. So with this, I'll break this thing. On the floor, so you compact it.
So like this.
Yes. Yes. You cover it. Yes.
But to let it air inside.
It will breathe. Yeah, that is it. So if you have, it should be the perfect job. So when it's running, because it comes in the form of thread, when it starts at the top, straight to the bottom, there is no breakage.
Please, let's clap for them.
Thank you. The two people to come and demonstrate. And then at this point, you should go in the machine. Yes, use the same.
You like? Just to bring it.
No, it's cool. It's okay.
We are using your hands.
Is the light in there? So this is right there. This is
Let's face the camera.
so you can remove it. I think.
So have you seen how when she's filling, she uses her hand? That's exactly how I do it. But when you keep on practicing, you become perfect. One is you sit down, you can have about 300, 400 bags a day. But with this one, when you are settling, you have the 300 bags. Yes, so that's it. But like when you are back, you have to fill it.
So this is after 1 month, right?
Yes. It's okay.
Madam, it's okay. Thank you.
Maybe we need, of course. We'll say, yeah, we there.
So at this stage, you cork it, and then you use a rubber band. The PVC pipe. Please show them this picture.
Just stop it. End it and start another one.
So my cast is one stream. Showing them only that.
You said?
Am I showing them only that?
Yes, only that. So the thing that you have got is, you want to put the ring, then you put the wrapper, because the ring, you don't have how you can see it. So along the impact, you have a feel of how it's done. So I heard somebody asking what would we use this one for? Yeah, that's for covering the. So you want to do it like this. I can feel it, you put the ring, and then you put the tight to hold the excess. You don't have the ring, but all the practical sections, you have.
Okay, so while she's showing it to you, the cup usually is just like Fanta when you're drinking Coke. The way the bottle is, the cover, just at the top there is hole. You can even see bamboo. Bamboo has two edges when you cut it in between. So you use it to just cup this place like this. And there will be a little air.
Let's see.
Sorry. So it will be like this. Okay. So the bamboo will just cup it like this. You see? So the bamboo, so you just take the bamboo small ones or PVC pipe. The way PVC pipe is, so you cut it small and then you take it like this and you just put the thing inside and you cup it. Then this one will be at the edge like this, so that you can open it and you pour your seed. She will show that one to you.
So that is where the cotton comes in.
When I want my steps, when I go on my steps,
So if we have the ring, you take the ring and then you take it. But as far as you don't have the ring,
okay, this one is like an example of a ring. So this one is very big, but the PVC pipe should be small. So it should come inside like this. So you turn it on. Now we are showing.
but you know the ring we have, so you can't see. So you have this ring. And that's very
Mutias here. I know. Only a home deaf. When you're pocket, you can pocket power. She won't hear for a pocket. No, okay, pocket word. What believe let me review. PVC. Oh my God, pipe, body pipe, PVC pipe, small white, big. Now they are ashamed here. Stopper.
They don't understand that they call us.
If we have show them the video.
You want the
You want to show them?
I have
The distance is too long.
not from the front, it's live. So I'm coming.
What's your yati? It's a PVC pipe and a bamboo. Now I came kaka. Oh, yeah. Wow,
Just continue.
ọkọlá kẹ ilé ìdí ọkọ kẹ alówó pipe ní ọkọláfẹ nàbúẹ dọkítà ẹni ọ̀rẹ́ ilé wa dọkítà ẹni ọ̀rẹ́ ilé wa tó wà ní ewu ilé ọmọ àná ẹkẹ ọkẹ wò ọkọ ẹni bá ọfẹ ẹkẹ ọkẹ wò.
So after you are back, so let's say you are doing 500. So you take your time, if it is a week that you use to do the bagging, you bag 500. And then the next stage is sterilization. So that one too, you need your firewood and your sterilization tank. That is where the sterilization tank is going to play a role. It's just like cooking in the house. But with this one, the water will not touch the bags.
It can't get any water sterilization. Any one over the one wife and be a penny build up compost and it's like one going in the ocean. Just that no bad war like
I'm going to ask you. What do you think we left this place here or we use the cotton to cover it? Why are you asking me?
To allow
And then what again? It has to function. Aside from
someone is here.
It's someone.
you have answered.
I've answered it already.
That is where you pass on.
Answered it.
Question. Okay, so I think somebody should, they have said to allow air to go through, but someone should also tell me why I use cotton to get into it. So that is it. You have to prevent contamination because you go and sterilize it. And sterilization is done for 4 good hours. So after you have sterilized it, you don't want any bacteria or any contaminant to go into it. So you use this cotton, even though it is breathing, but the air is filtered before it gets into the bag.
So now can I say seriously? It's not my
The more functions of this telephone is say a life also rotate. Yes.
Hey.
Maybe some more functions of a cock, my and we say they are shaman. And yes. So they've mentioned that for air to pass through filtrate and also for the sea. So they have mentioned that. So that's the reason why we put this. So the next thing is sterilization. So the sterilization, during the practical period, we have a feel of that. So you take your sterilization tank. You can show them the picture of the sterilization tank.
I think I've showed it already. The tank.
Yeah.
I've showed it already.
And the next
So you arrange a stone like you are going to cook something, but the stone should be able to carry the sterilization tank, and then you put it on it, and then you put water, and then you put a wooden wrap to separate the water from touching this.
Okay, okay then. Okay, sterilization procedure and control. Go back to blogs. I don't know what to build. Okay, what set of all like it. Most sterilization tank, most sterilization tank. Every tank need compost and then. Allo sterilization tank. Every tank need one of the find one. Check what be a tank.
So the water will not touch it. It's like steaming.
Only a separate new from compost because of compost about it's a new compost. What we call heated. You are catching you are torn you are
I say, do you like
So if I have like my tank can 600 of this. So the tank is there, very long. I'll put it on fire. Then I'll put a wood inside the tank that will separate the water from touching the bag. And then I'll be arranging these bags on the wood so it's get to the top. Yes, on top of the other, so the tank gets full. But with the last one for the tank to get filled.
that is the compost you are saying. This is not fast.
So that the water will not condense back into this. So I have a YouTube channel too, and I have all various videos on it on mushroom, so you can also check it and watch the video here. So the tank, you can have it big. We have some people's tank that can take 1,000 bags at a go. So you just arrange on top of each other. When you get to the last one, you turn it upside down. And then you cover it with the lid. And you make one hole at the middle of the lid so that the vapor can come out. What this bag will give you 1 kg of mushroom for a period of 3 months. You'll be harvesting. And the 1 kg of mushroom currently in Accra is 20 cedis per kilo.
So many was the 1 kg. So many more, many are packed single like this. You know how the 50 cedis get 21 cedis. I can one of this compost there. If I have like a kg, like 1 kg for a period of 3 months. Every day, I don't harvest mushroom. Every day, you can get mushroom for 3 months continuously with this compost, with just this one. No any mushroom there. They have 1 kg of 1 kg of mushroom every day. No more mushroom every day. For 3 months, one compost go pay
it can give you any for 3 months. So after the 3 months, you can do a new compost. You can't get anything from it again. After 3 months, you get a new compost. Oh my gosh! You are never make from 100 bags of compost here. It can last for 3 months. So 3 months, every day, or make it 1 kg from this.
3 months. If you are waiting for the 3 month duration, you get 1 kg. It's not 1 kg.
Hey.
It's not 1 kg. That is where you go into our garden. We use it to grow your vegetables. Yes. We have this grow estate agents. They come to the farm every day to pick it. So you can even get them and you sell it for them at a low cost. They buy it. They use it for growing this grass, but you can use it to cultivate your vegetables. So, and then when you get the sterilization pack, is same as anchoring. Somebody was asking me. Anchoring. So if you don't have the wooden rack, the other alternative is normal bricks, the block. You put it inside and then you fetch your water. Okay. Then you can get some small wood so that it will support the bathroom to fill into the water. And then so it's a different alternative. Yes, so
What happens when the bath goes into water?
it will drink the water, and then I think I explained why you shouldn't let the water be too much. You can tell me that. When we were bathing, I explained why the water shouldn't drip. They don't live in water. Okay, so when the water is too much, they become stranded and they die. They need moist organic compost. So you don't need the water, but they need the moisture. You will live. So that's the reason. So after the sterilization is done for 4 hours. You can transfer that.
For the sterilization, a cock of man, and cock of man,
4 hours.
One 4 hours.
But
4 hours, then you buy the
But you start recording your 4 hours when you see data.
I get done when I start to 4 hours, say, can you more corner can keep the bone with a cock within a national. Keep the baby and go. I got the 4 hours. See, they got a man on no, start to 4 hours.
So some people, they can be relaxed and that, oh, I'll put it on fire, I'll go and come forward. No. So pay your consistency of keeping the heat. You can just use 5, 6 and you're done. Somebody can sit there for 7 and the person is not. So if it takes about 3 hours and you haven't seen the vapor, it's still there. Wow. So the heat has to be constant. So when the vapor starts coming out, then you time it. If it is 5:30, then I swap with it up to 4 hours.
No, I can't.
So by 8:30 to 9:30, like 4 hours.
Okay, within 4 hours, get over manually. 3 hours, no 5 hours, 6 hours. Oh, not to bake and back your me. Oh, 4 hours, say low, men and look and you know. If I could look. So I know like a big pamper. Hello, heat, they bomb you back. Then your back can steady 1 cash in a 4 hours. Yes, heat if a constant. Then heat bam ya where be because the bar was okay. Pano que gas if no gas se bañe last the problem.
It's expensive, but if you can afford it. It's expensive, right? So it all depends on the target market. So if I'm supplying to the mall and I'm using gas, and you are using gas and you are supplying to your community, our profit margin will be the same. Because I can sell it at a higher price. So you look at your material that you have used, your cost involved, and then you know how to package it, so you know how to utilize the available resources at the cheapest cost to your end. So after the sterilization, 4 hours, it is done. We allow it to cool. That's when we move it to our incubation room.
No, if I kept well, for your mushroom and 100 kids a bit in me time. I've been over our mushroom. La da de ko. Because mushroom is very expensive. What they done of women and what of the land. Not of the Una. Say that no one
And you don't want to sell it in a kilo. You want to package it yourself and sell 1 kilo. If somebody come and buys 1 kilo, 20 cedis or 25 cedis from me, he sells the 1 kilo to get 100 cedis. This is 10 cedis. This is not even up to 2 grams. This one is not today's harvest. I kept it in the freezer and used it. That is why it's like that. So that's where after sterilization, we move to our incubation room.
No, I'm not sterilizing now. Why I want incubation room? Then you about next mushroom.
And then the most important thing is that your incubation room has to be clean and well sterilized.
You won't find it. You know, mushroom about one. About incubation. Sanitary, if it's clean, if it's sterilized.
So you can use Ombo and Power Zone, clean the floor, mop it. So even before you do the sterilization, you have to get disinfectant, put it in a spray bottle and spray it in your incubation because you have to eliminate all bacteria there before you bring your sterilized bag there. That is why we say it's a dark, clean, closed room.
You won't find the incubation room. Then okay, or sterilized compost by a gene. Sani, Banner was scrubbing, cost scrubbing, and then alcohol. One had spray bottle. No spray training. It kind of like you don't need like this and for right. Send them
so the temperature is 25 to 29. So to be able to know that the temperature is okay, you yourself enter the incubation room. If you are not sweating, you don't need fan, then it's also good for the mushrooms. Yes, room temperature. So when you move it into your incubation room, you allow it to cool down completely.
Incubation, sterilization, wall and pocket incubation, she might engage your car for 2 days.
So when it's cooled down, the next stage is inoculation. So with spawning or inoculation stage, you need your cotton, you need your seed.
Introducing the seeds. So introducing the seeds in inoculation.
Simple like this.
So I've been spawning there during inoculation day called. Yeah, well, but no about introduce was seed there, the mushroom seed there. It had compost there, a lot of fertilizer.
The spawning is your mushroom seed. You pouring it into your sterilized compost bag. So this one you have not sterilized. So if you put the seed, everything will die. Bacteria are inside, they will fight over it. So you have to make sure that's why we are sterilizing for the 4 hours. So when you are done, you now introduce your seed. That is spawning. It's the same way.
Okay.
inoculation spawn is the same way. So on your day of inoculation or spawning,
Introducing your seeds. No, you need see there, should see there.
you need alcohol disinfectant.
We need disinfectant.
If you don't have this, you can use power to add to water.
How about disinfectant?
Can they use Dettol?
Did I say Parazone?
Yes.
Dettol. Parazone is for cleaning the floor.
Yes, it's the Dettol that we use. It kills bacteria.
So you can pour the Dettol in water, right?
Yes. Then you wash your hands with it. And you have to get something like this, a rod. It helps you to break the seed inside.
But won't the road sometimes be infected with virus?
So before you use this, that is what you are using your alcohol to clean. And this shouldn't go out. Children will play with it and it comes back. All the time you should be in your incubation room.
No, Danny over okay. What may never win? What see there about me? No pain, no crime. About a seed there, yes. Can you make sure that or sterilize it? I know what you want to pay. Ke obe alcohol and or ye and bien. Why not you then
Can they use a sanitizer? The
Hand sanitizer.
No, the disinfectant level is
Low.
Yeah.
But they can use spirits, right?
Spirits.
yes. Allow spirits. Spirits. Allow Dettol natural. Allow alcohol and or you so okay, will be a only this year, none of the Bible. Then they can't young when I tell you. And if I catch a few, come on, use again. That's not it. Then I have any oil incubation women because incubation women generate this. And they can acquire this paper sterilize. Go use it.
Maybe they come back so that the people here can see.
So you get your cotton, you wet it with the alcohol. Then you clean your rod and your hands. So if you are using Dettol, you add it to water. So you wash your hands.
What about aquateshi?
It depends. If you drink, then you can use it. It's perfect.
That
one is more powerful. If you drink it, like you are
So
cool with
yeah.
it. You know, some people don't like the scent, and it's not everybody that goes closer to it. But dilute it with water small. Dilute it with water small. That one is even fast connection.
Fast connection.
Fast.
To those people in the real
And then you pick your bottle. You clean it. Because it is assumed that wherever you bought your spawn from, it has been transported, went through a lot of channels before getting to you. Although there's cotton, but bacteria can fall on it. So if you don't clean, they can just directly go in, or when you are spawning, they can go alongside there. So mushroom production, sterilization, inoculation, that is the critical point. You get these two wrongs, everything is back to zero. You get contamination. So you have to do proper sterilization, and when you are manipulating, you be very careful and make sure the spawn is good. Then you are assured of a good production.
I know nothing. No, I can't need to me, Jackie. O feel nothing on there. Can only a panake. O sterilize juba. Ni okay. O see them who warm you juba. No fear cost 90. No, so I need to make sure o sterilize no fan no. Ni beni eba fene ke si de ba wo mi hu oba kwale jogba oni onye ofe no ji no ni fan ni bi.
So this is it. You remove the cotton and then you use the rod. The one they used to make cocoa. That is what is inside. Can you see it?
Millet.
So millet, rice, you can. The one they used to prepare for it.
But they shouldn't go and take that one like that.
O fine Jeno pay. I can be come fe lab then they can baby any. No ni bi come fitahi. Dani in mushroom seed there.
So they buy per bottle from the lab. She will tell you, but I think one is 5 cedis or so. 5 cedis per
So
bottle.
you can use this one for 50 bags. And one technique for inoculation is that in inoculation, you don't hold it straight. It's assumed that there is bacteria in the air. When you hold it straight, it falls inside. You can't see, but it will reflect in your bags. So when you remove the cup, the only way you can hold it is this machine.
For na keke ogbele o mene na o mushroom seed there na owo no ohie to no ohie coke dabi hie mo le to ohie o ba nye le afa ne ken exactly because I'm assume akeshin o ye le ne ken bacteria o ye nwe abana be be na be be ye o si de fe evu you are coming here and again. Some bad baby. I mean, you're about to. I mean, they done something.
I wanted to just capture my presentation.
They said I should repeat again. Like I said, in your inoculation room, you don't hold it
introducing your seed.
You don't hold it like this. But this one, when we are done, we throw it away.
Yes.
Because here it's not sterilized, anything can happen. That's why I'm holding it like this. And you don't hold it like this because your room might not be sterilized. There will be a bacteria or something, but you cannot see it with your naked eyes. So if it falls in, it's assumed you wouldn't see, but it will reflect in your bag. It will just fall. So you always have to hold it like this. So at this direction, we assume that when the bacteria is there, it will come on the bottle. So as you are working, the cotton that you work with the alcohol is always with you. So when you put this one inside and you put it down, when you are picking it again, you rub it before it goes inside. You put it down, you bring it back. So if you pick it 10 times, you clean it 10 times before you do it.
What fine? No, no need each one. Many each one. But I'm getting your first day. Can you do me about me mushroom seed about me? Make more sure I can bottle the cord with no here like to batch on our fan. Danny Okabawa, because I can't see Colo Junior, one white junior, Colo, one knock away me. Call here and again. If I never tell me, can't bet me, or see their fan if they call doing a bar. No court building no side. Can you put can be Panama the side because I wouldn't take the chances. No court be na kept planted with me okay. Call coral there, sterilize molly. Chumo hit alcohol there low, a fan of a chumo hit. That you can with me back. I call see there cook with me. No can't okay for 10 times say about chumo 10 times. 100 times or watch more 100 times. Because one Tony will see there each me.
So when you are putting the seed, you remove the cover, the cotton, you pour, you come back. If I'm using, I can use this one for 10, and use for 15 or 20. I'll start harvesting my mushroom once you hold it there. Although you inoculated on the same day, but some will be ready, but the difference shouldn't be just small. So the quantity you pour in determines the weight and the time that you harvest.
No, I can't let 15 bags. She let a cafe. Can you send me? Le basta I can even harvest the mushroom. People want no plants 15 or start it. Meaning a word, a mushroom could be your bien, a could be ready before Nakai month and actually rather than
I need some to come out and
you know, everybody
that can come again. I think you came the first one or the bargain. So you know different rules. Yeah. 1 million. You have to be 11 5. might be this one.
I have to.
Hey, the man, why? Don't do it for her. We want her to do it so that we will mark her. So assume it have not broken. You have your word. I want you to put the rod inside again. Perfect. Because there is no cotton, I think it's something like that, because there is no cork. So another easy method, you remove it, you pour, after that you wait again, but that one is time consuming. But this one you have to do fast. It's kind of quick. After that, time.
You didn't shake plenty.
You said
You didn't shake it to go down.
it won't go down, it has been distributed, and that is what is needed. So it's at the edges of the bone. Another person, please. If the men will not come, one lady should come.
Francis, you won't come. Francis, you won't come. I want to open a machine factory. That's okay. Finally.
You have to wet it. Make sure it's wet.
It's not open.
It's not open. And then one more thing, the day of your inoculation, the clothing that you wear and go and roam and come, don't take that one to your inoculation.
Another one. Oh. No, it's okay. You can use the same.
Yes, so you have something like a farm seat for the machine where you are going there. For bagging and other stuff, sterilization, you can wear anything. But inoculation, they have a special something. If you don't have fan inside, it will be hot. So maybe you can just have a comfortable, but it shouldn't be something that you take it out and. Perfect. So you don't hold it straight. Always hold it down. And then you try to. So that is what the inoculation is all about, or spawning is about. So at this point, there is no work to be done. You just keep it in your incubation room. Every day, you just go there and inspect. That is all. You don't do much work. That is why I say the bagging and the sterilization stage is the work done. So if you have children around, you can let them help you to do the bagging. So when you inoculate, you just go in to observe. If you see something wrong with this bag, so let's say there is this bag, the entire place is incubation, so there's a whole lot of bags here, and you see something wrong with this bag, quickly remove it from there. Because if you don't remove it, all the ones closer can also get contaminated. So maybe once while you go into your incubation room, you look if everything is going on well, and then you come out.
She in the process of monitoring, back to make fault alone no way to buy a back over and bag it. Like I didn't buy send bank and if affect fame, cock when I'm offering too much. Okay, always.
You look like the last sprinkler was. Oh, in the
No,
they didn't do anything.
incubation, there is no sprinkling of water. We haven't gotten to that stage. Incubation, no water, just a dark room temperature, and you are free to go.
So in the incubation,
Yes.
can you do shells?
Yes, you can do shelves. So maybe I have a single room. And that is why I said mushroom does not actually require space. It's about smartness. Maybe this is my space. It can, if I'm going to put it on the floor, it can only take 50 bags. Then I will raise the shelves here, raise the shelves here, raise the shelves here, then put the shelves at the middle, front and back. So at the end, I'm taking 500 bags with a space that can only take about 50 bags. So you can raise shelves, no matter how small the room is, just put shelves. So you can arrange just like your kitchen, how you have arranged your cooking utensils. So you can have a lot of shelves here.
Okay.
Your question?
Yeah. So if you have space enough, can you just put it on the ground?
Yes, you can put it on the ground.
Something like that.
Yes, but that is why I'm saying that you should clean it with detergent or parasol, because there are spaces here. You see the water is dropping out. So if your floor is not well disinfected, then you will get contamination through the bottom. So you realize that your seed is running from here to here. It has to be white, but you see some black color from here to up.
And then the second question, how do you know that when there is problem, how would you know?
Yes, we were to get to that stage. So the bags have to be white like this. This sawdust will tend to white like this. So if you see any color that is not white, your bag has gone bad. So we have green, we have black, we have orange color. They are all other fungi, but they are not the mushroom that we want. So if those fungi attack, you know, the environment is also conducive for them to grow.
Okay, no, I thought it was like a check. Problem your own mushroom, you run like a rubber, sunny fan, it's white, someone like it. She run like a tone like a white, someone like a green and orange and black and that no general thought, no fungi, conclude me a sign way, no German way. Kuni Oshinoni, a dear fan after white.
Yes. If the mushroom is growing, how will you notice?
That is maturity. So if you put the spawn like this, it takes 3 weeks to 1 month for it to colonize. So when you put it like this, within 2-3 days, you have to see a sign. If you don't see a sign, that means there's something wrong with either the bags or the spawn. So you see the whitish from here. So within 3 weeks to 1 month, it will get to the bottom. So when it gets to the bottom and you still haven't taken it to your cropping, realize that one day you enter your cropping house and the cotton here from there. That means it's ready for you to crop. So when it's ready, whether you crop it or not, they will find their way to grow out. If there is no space at the side way, it will become yellow. It's not contaminated. The mushroom starts growing and then it's thickening. So you see that the color is changing into some yellowish color, but it's not contamination. It's the mushroom like overgrowing.
So
If there's some even grow from this part, when it's ready to crop and
So you don't punch, you just leave it. It will
that
come.
shows that it's ready for cropping. But we have cropping. So the cropping is where you can just get an open space. You can just use any structure. Just that one. It wants air. It wants light, a ventilated area. For the cropping, it doesn't have any problem. Wherever you want it, you can even if you have a mango tree, a small tree that under it's very cool, and then you cover it with dew sack and you sprinkle water, you can crop it. For the cropping, incubation, it stands like this, and then you cut this part. After cutting, you use a blade, create a hole here, so that when you water, the water will drain out. It wants moisture, but it doesn't need the water. So although you sprinkle water, keep it moist, but excess water doesn't have to stay there. So you cut it will dry fast, and then you will not get the yield that you have to get. And some people, they have the market. So with them, they will cut here and then cut here. So it will be fruity from both sides. Somebody will decide not to cut, but use a blade, create hole. So when it comes at the side way. So just create a space for it, it will come.
So which one is the best?
This direction. With the side way, it will come in smaller, like it will be small. But with here, it comes very big. Yeah. So how you cut it depends. You know, when you place it this way, they've seen space here, they've seen light here. So all the energy channels from that place. So when they come in bigger sizes. But when you make holes, it's like the spaces are many. So the little nutrients or a little material can just make a mushroom.
Okay, I don't know if you want to see. I don't blame you.
Yes.
Okay, incubation and if you want to change after do you say after 1 month?
Don't worry, like after
3 weeks. Evelyn, you said after 3 weeks, right? After 3 weeks.
Very weeks to 1 month.
Okay, after 3 to 1 month there. 3 weeks to 1 month there. One like a shingle. A man paying one a tight she can if you're white a issue at tiny. Or Belen and the evacuation yellow. A child be a cavity. Come like a fair if you're white paying issue to the start a cake. They told me I can bacteria where I cycle. A child like a sheep, ate that chunk. Like a new hollow space. And no after 3 weeks, so not kill like a fair a but no okay, I may need a corridor, I may need lights. Okay, incubation. No pocket, when I know any Jamaica Kuno packet, where I need fruits, Nicolo, yellow, no way. A can pocket here, watch on and a can. A can oak Belena. Can oak Belena, a can oak bashing, you can play back bashing. No, no, but she and Jacket about water can bow me. A need you more, couldn't a cafe. Walk up water, a care, a name a light, bon, bo, at one, ye thing and dear day. About water. Find a ball, find a ball. Find a remember go to confused.
I'm not for the loose extent. Which operation? During the cropping, they cut the rubber small.
Okay, I offer on the ship. Salwa cat.
Yes, so the next stage is cropping. Cut it. You need the base. Like this. You use this very much. This very much. Yes. Yeah, just water. No.
When you spread the water, it comes
Over there, I'm asking you to play. Rubber space and you how about water? One I can be in rubber. One here, water can rubber. I told you to spray water. One you okay? Oh, my name is okay. What spray? Cashier.
So you need
No,
spray
bottle.
We have some small ones, like the pump. Just mist. They don't need the water, but they need moisture. So just mist. Just spray.
Yo, Jackie, wash spray cashier and
So when you open, start spraying water. By 5 days, it will start floating.
5 days.
Yes, at most.
so you have to stop spraying the water every time.
No. You spray the water every morning. When it is dry season, then you do it twice, morning and evening.
No, I
So
can't.
that the surface doesn't.
So it take how long to expire?
3 months. But the 3 months, the yield will be reducing. So the first month, if you are harvesting big buckets, it will be reducing. So the third month, maybe you harvest the whole. But at the end of 3 months, each bag has to give you 1 kg.
No, after the spray, every month there, you can harvest I think 1 kg. What you say that?
3 months interval. Every day.
Spray. After I come back when I know about spray, after 3 months, one I get, a bomb.
Yes.
So like, you know about no check, no one, no ye.
So like today, I've opened it. I'll sprinkle water. Tomorrow I'll come and do it for 4 days. For 4 days, you start seeing them come very small. And an interval of 1 day or 2 days, it's ready for harvesting. It doesn't take long when it comes.
When you turn it like this and start spraying,
3 to
after
4
5 days, you can harvest.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. No, no need a toilet chunk jacket. Ke ochon no bon e here spray mo ni bon ba within 5 days when you harvest no ya home. E bodgy way. No in the first time we are home so e ba sa like I saw for 3 months.
So let's put it this way. If it's fruits and I harvest today, about 3 to 4 days time, you come again and it are fruiting here. So maybe if you have a lot of that, about 200 and 300, they all don't fruit the same day. So every day when you go to your coffee house, you have mushroom to harvest. You have to pull it so that the roots will come out. If not, the roots will get rotten inside. But when you are pulling, you have to make sure that the sawdust doesn't follow. Because the more the sawdust is following, the more you are losing your mushrooms. Because the sawdust you have put along can also germinate the mushroom. You get it? So you use your tongue, you press the root back, and then you use your despot to hold it. It's just a simple technique that when it gets to the practical stage, yeah. It's a 3 month duration thing. So if you really get involved, at the end of it, you really appreciate the training. Yes. So when we harvest, the next thing is packaging, selling, branding yourself and marketing. So with this one, I will need you people to bring the information out. I have a product, mushroom. How can I brand it? How do I go out there doing marketing? I think most of us are business women and men. So how will you do marketing?
By being a quackish. Care o fe o mushroom and apple. O package fine. Okay, no, so I fit top banana marketing. So I fit top banana member. How would you do your marketing? Hello.
But before that, let me clarify something here. Mushrooms are very perishable. Like I said, they contain high moisture content. They contain high moisture content. So when you harvest it, within 24 hours, you have to use it. So we have processing aspect too. So this one, I harvested, that is the day before yesterday, and I kept it in So when you remove it, you see how it has turned into. But and on the day of harvesting, it looks very beautiful and nice. Okay, so as you are building or your marketing or your branding, you have to put a note that mushrooms are very perishable. So are you going to sell dry mushrooms? Are you going to sell powdered mushrooms? Are you going to sell mushroom products? We have mushroom bread, we have mushroom kebab, we have mushroom cake, we have mushroom pie. So which one are you marketing for? You have to take all that into consideration. So you can now bring your ideas out.
Well, it's only look like mushroom if it's on within 24 hours, can harvest within 24 hours, as I know you're used to. Kajan I can't buffet. No, within 24 hours, home within 24 hours. There are ways no one home. One you feel the powder, one not dry, one you can feel blue, one you can feel cake can be. No, many gin no need can you'll be okay after needing harvesting and low after production can offer it. The back running a bag in honey. The can you feel?
If you are lucky, they don't overgauge you can do more. I can't overbond you. Sunny oil free market only more big. Ni may I market by 3 months okay mushroom and never. But you go buy a more. I know for stores. Ni more mineral. She don't give me one be a I'm not very free. In a market, fresh in hand. Well, before that, go open a process of fish. Nika who have a field, that will come in. Bona, ni a quay, ni obe, Naka, Una market in Naka. There are not a chocolate. Obano or dry and no feel the powder one. I don't feel the powder one. No, you can give up it.
Sure. You said that before you go and before you start your production of mushrooms, you have to go and talk to people, advertise yourself to that the people before you start production.
Even before you start production, do your marketing. Find out what I'm bringing out. Will people purchase it? If you don't get any good response, start home consumption. But if it is business, don't start until you are sure or you have done your market survey and you know that people will purchase it.
Exactly. People want it. I know if it's possible there. You can even take pre-orders. I can get alone within 2 months. One on mushrooms. Okay.
So I have something to cheer you up and boost you if you want to go to the business. We have a restaurant that buys mushroom. We can't even meet demand. So if you want to partner with us, you buy a kilo for 20 cedis. So all is ready. You just call us, we pick it up and then we deliver.
Over the 24 hours.
No,
24 hours. Can you at 2 o'clock you will harvest them? What 2 o'clock if
So mushroom don't have like it's grown, let me harvest. Any stage you want it. Some want it, okay, some want it. So it depends on your specification. You can harvest it. Some also want it, the canopy to be fully and like big. But most people prefer them big. So at least 2-3 days you harvest. So we do harvesting in the morning. And you make sure you harvest before you water. Yes. Please, your question.
How many days? How many minutes in the cook will buy any visa? Hello, visa. You have a cook visa. Hello, free jet. Then only buy any consignation. I'm going to win. Hey, you're buying anything. You to buy anything. It's still more.
How long can it take in the fridge? That is, if you want to put it in the refrigerator, how long can it take in the fridge?
So if you want to put it in refrigerator, like it will become log, it will stay for a long time, about months and all those stuff. It will cake. So anytime
And to be fresh.
it will be like this. So when you remove it direct to your pot, that one you can it because it wouldn't be very nice if you get it. But normal fridge, 3 to 4 days. And when you are drying it, you can sun dry it or you can use dehydrator or oven.
So I think
Dry one is good, but the disadvantage is that I'm selling this one for 5 cedis. If I dry it, if I even give it to you 1 cedi, you buy. It's become very small. When the water dehydrates, you wouldn't, like, you think I'm cheating you. It becomes very small. So we always advise you go by the fresh method. And if you want to process it too, that will be cool. So we must have a mushroom bread factory there. But I haven't seen one yet. We'll take care of started it.
let me show you jacket. Can call back dehydrated. Short on the ocean low way. You and you are being fair back black. What if you I'm sure every young people by now. Come on, Nancy. No, the best thing is you come home. I don't want the fresh. I look about freezer. Men jacket. Mushroom, I will freeze me. I don't freezer me. Would not let more fresh one. We're the bed by him. She can't. I'm a new she na kind. I'm a cafe. I'm a corner can buy it. Exactly. Not on below what I'm every year. And when you're fair, I market me. Danny. Exactly.
The thing is that if you want to take it to a business fair way that you can go. Like most of you people are grown. Like sometimes formation of compost, everything is teachers. So we also sell the bags. We have done the entire process. So your own is just get it and you start sprinkling water. We do that too. And one piece is 3 cedis. And then you sell it. So you are getting 1 kg from this bag. We bought it for 3 cedis. So 1 kg, let's say on average is 20 cedis or 20 cedis. That is when they are in abundance. So 3 times 25 cedis. We have cost benefits analysis on the profit margin you'll be getting, and everything is on my channel. So if
you only have to sprinkle water.
So if you get 500 bags with your first, second, third harvest, you should get the money you bought with the bags. That is how it is. That is the principle. I have a lot of people that I supply to, and some even put their mushroom on GG and some too on Jumia. One of my clients just uploaded his mushroom on Jumia. So it's about marketing and exploring. You can make it great.
So I can't get your process everything about calculation, can you be about me? I'm a home in the home. I'm a home in the mushroom seed,
everything is inside.
3 cedis for a bag.
So you just need
no, I can't use the 3 cedis for a bag. Okay, 3 cedis paying many mushroom no banana again more than 50 Ghana, no 60 Ghana. I think go for you.
Let's do another calculation here. I'm buying a kilo for you, 25 cedis or 20 cedis. That kilo, if I'm packaging like this for 10 cedis, I can get about 100 cedis. So I always tell you, do your marketing. If you do your marketing and you are selling the mushroom fruit yourself without selling it in kilos, the profit is higher than. And then maybe you package like this is 10 cedis. You tell the person that, okay, I'm giving you this 10 cedi, but if you sell the 10 cedi, your profit is 150%. So the person also takes it and go and sell for you, but you get your profit. So with that one too, the profit is much higher than you selling the kilos. So that is the disadvantage in selling the kilos. So I buy the kilos from my customers. That is when you have in abundance and you can sell. Then we buy the mushrooms in kilos so that you get your money. Yes. So at this stage, I think most of us are hungry, thirsty. We take a refreshment and we go to the field and then we actually do the practical and then questions. If you have questions, you come with it. He said, yes, you can steam. Boiling is like killing all the nutrients. So just 1 minute, 2 minutes, you remove. And with control grade, there is control grade. we'll take questions and then we'll prepare for our lunch and then we'll do the practical. Questions. Tell Auntie Becky so that she'll come. Any questions so far? Okay. The YouTube channel, the name is long. The name is very long. It's everything mushroom and vegetables. So we grow the mushroom after the waste. We use the waste from the mushroom to grow our vegetables. So everything mushroom and vegetables. You say? Yes, I'm on Instagram, Akentuna Evelyn. We are on Facebook, Everything Mushroom and Vegetables. It's a Facebook group and a page. Yes. We are on Twitter too, Everything Mushroom and Vegetables. So you feel free. If you don't understand anything, you can just reach me at any time. If you want us to do the setup for you, maybe you want to start the bag and then later you go into the production. That one too can assist you. No questions. So can I ask you questions? Should I? This one I'll not. I'll finger point. You will not. Me now I'll walk through and ask you questions. I will cool with that. Mommy, I'll start from you. You there, give me general question. What have you learned today? Please come and interpret for me. I've asked a general question. What has she learned for today? You just tell us anything that you have learned for today. Tell us anything you have learned from today. I'll do it row by row. So today everybody will talk before we leave here. So we are starting from me. What have you learned for today? Or I should go and come? Should I go? Okay, next person. What have you learned for today? I should go and come. I'll come back. Just tell me one thing. The fixed access, mention one thing. The fixed access, mention one thing. If you are going to produce mushroom, what do you need? Mention one thing. He said, you can just look at the things on the table and mention one. What is the name of this? What's the name of this? Oh, mommy. Okay.
I was speaking
Gun. Okay. Please come and interpret for me. Yes.
Noni kasi ini. Iya kasuma si dia. Noni kasi iya ke si dia ni. Akeba shui waste ni de dan. Ni lihat ke ukava ni de na. Lei va a fare come getting to 3 months, 2 e 3 weeks. Le diceva back. Can see again. There with that, see there, nothing.
Yes, she says that she didn't know that they have seeds that will germinate the mushroom. Okay. So that's what she said.
Alright, so you have learned that mushroom have seeds that you can. Alright, perfect. Mommy, what did you learn today?
She's learned how to do mushroom. She didn't know how to do it. She never seen that before.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, next. The way you are writing plenty, I know that you give me from A to Z. So,
No. Mainly, you know how I trade. She mean and yaki. The one, a wow, which can have lose or weight. Caution, habitation, a bunyan, wallow, one you buy a fire. In a long one,
well done, well done.
What's an example of the stopper?
But this one is big.
So they can get a small one.
Next person. It's I saw you writing plates.
What is the important process and then
This is the actual size version. Then
I got to know the importance of the process and then I got to know that these are household goods.
well done. There's, I mean, I don't understand it, but I think we talked about the importance, right? Yeah, well done, mommy. Daddy. Yeah.
You don't need much.
Yes, a little late. Okay. For me, what have you learned today?